Good afternoon. My name is Gabrielle Florence. I am the 2019 Youth of the Year from the Sykes units. Good afternoon, Mr. Anderson. Thank you for taking this time with the Boys and Girls Club of Central Mississippi. We are so thankful for all you do for our organization as a board member. We are so appreciative for your service for BGCCM over these many years.
Well, I appreciate that, Gabby. I joined the board in 1998 here. So I'm in my 21st year being on the board and have a passion for what we do for the young kids. And seeing young ladies like you getting ready to go off to college just makes our heart burst with pride to see how many young people we impact.
Could you tell us a little about yourself and how you got involved with the Boys and Girls Club of Central Mississippi?
Sort of a unique background. I grew up in a small mountain town in North Carolina, and we did not have a boys club, but we had what we called a teen center, and you had to be 13 to join. And it was run by the man who delivered the mail in Brevard. Brevard being a small town, he could finish his mail delivery route by 2:30. So at 3 o'clock, he opened the teen center, and about 50 of us kids flocked to the teen center. And I think if you were to ask most of us who had one of the most impactful positions with us in our lives, we would have said Fritz Merrill, because he ran the teen center. In fact, my senior year in high school, we dedicated our yearbook to him. So that sort of got me started seeing the impact it had on me, as well as a lot of my friends. And after I finished law school and got out of the law school, I went to the state of South Carolina, where I joined the board of the boys clubs in Columbia. And I chaired that board back in the late 70s. We started admitting young girls in 1982, 8 years before the national office made it a boys and girls clubs. So we had about 50 young ladies in 1981, when most clubs around the country were still boys clubs. But I chaired that board just like I've chaired the board here. So I have a lot of time spent with boys and girls clubs, and my wife and I and our kids have moved to several different places. I served in a volunteer role in Tampa, Florida. I served on the board in Charlotte about 25, 30 years ago. I was a volunteer in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And then when I moved here, a year after I moved here, I joined the board.
Okay.
Long story to sort of tell you why Boys and Girls Clubs are so important to me. I just see what we do for so many people.
Okay. As a board member, what is your vision for our organization?
To serve more youth and to serve them better. We currently have served about 2,000 to 2,500 young kids every year, but we have the need of another 15,000 that are not being served by us. So I would love to see us be able to build more facilities, have nicer facilities for our young people to go to, and be able to serve them better, which would mean they would come more frequently. Because it has been proven statistically, the more young people come to a club, the greater their likelihood of turning out as great, productive citizens.
Okay. Why do you continue to support the Boys and Girls Club mission in serving youth within this area and with BGCCM?
Well, as some of the folks around here, particularly those on our current board, know, I sit on a national board with the Boys and Girls Clubs. So I get to see what goes on not just here, but around the country. In fact, I just got back from Atlanta for a 2-day meeting that we had with that board. What we really are striving to do, each of us who represent various areas on that board, our important role is to make sure the organization that we come from, me coming from Central Mississippi's Boys and Girls Clubs, is to make sure we're doing the very best we can, that we do all the programs that the national headquarters has put together, so that we're doing the best job we possibly can to help our young people.
Okay. What does our organization mean to you?
Well, let's put it this way. I sat on a number of boards over the years in various locations. I was sitting on several boards here when I retired. This is the only board that I really wanted to stay with because it's meant so much to me. I've seen so many young people who have turned out to be wonderful citizens and they had a place to go after school. I was able to mentor a number of young people, tutored some over the years, and it just makes me feel good to see the impact that we, not just me, but thousands of us board members around the country have on the young people in our communities.
Thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else you would like to say about our organization?
Well, we got a lot of very good people here. One of the things that a board is responsible for is providing the funding to do the best job we can and to hire the best staff that we can. We were fortunate to hire a very good CEO going on 5 years now, and she has put together a wonderful staff. And we're only as good as the staff we have who work daily with our young people. And we're very fortunate to have been able to hire and retain and keep the very best people who love children. And first and foremost, anyone who works with the Boys and Girls Clubs has to love children. And we're fortunate that we have the staff here that love children and do an exceptionally good job in working with them. You are a classic example.